Number 9, Notre Dame travels on the road for their opener to Tallahassee to play Florida State. If you look at Florida State last year, this is a team that didn't play well. They were 3-6 last year. They only returned 7 offensive starters, 5 defensive starters, but they have a lot of transfers coming in. One of those transfers, Mackenzie Milton, transferring from UCF. They're going to be deep at the quarterback position, which is good for Mike Norvell and his offense. But, Coach, when I look at this team, it's the defense. They're 105th last year in scoring defense, 107th in total defense. Where's Mickey Andrews on a defensive coordinator when you need him at Florida State? But here's the other key. If you look at Notre Dame, they've been led by their offensive line over the last 6-7 years. Now their offensive line is depleted. They have to replace almost the entire offensive line. And Clark Lee, their defensive coordinator, is left and gone to Vanderbilt. A new quarterback's coming in for Wisconsin, a transfer. They couldn't even recruit their own. They had to take a transfer from Wisconsin, Coach. Notre Dame's a 7.5-point favorite on the road. Brian Kelly, new quarterback, new offensive line against Florida State in the humidity, in the heat. They're going to sweat. It's going to be hot. In fourth quarter, I think Florida State's going to keep this game close. 7.5 points, Notre Dame's favorite. I take the 7.5 because of the hook. Notre Dame might win this game by a touchdown, but that half a point's going to be important. But I think Florida State keeps this close, and I would not be surprised if there's an upset lingering in this game and Florida State pulls it off. But I'm still going to think Notre Dame's going to win this game. It's going to be a low-scoring affair. Notre Dame wins this game 21-17.
You sound like a comedian out of work. Yes, the fact is that the Wisconsin quarterback who started there, Jack Cohn, completed over 70% of his passes, got beat out, and consequently transferred. But let's not forget that Notre Dame still has a great running back in Williams, who rushed for 1,125 yards. The Fighting Irish offensive line has always been great. It is very talented this year, Mark. That's going to shock everybody. There is not going to be a letdown in the offensive line. They're very, very talented. They have good receivers coming back. When you look at Clark Lee on defense, yeah, they ran a 4-2-5. Now they brought in the new defense coordinator from Cincinnati to run a 3-3-5. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. I absolutely believe that the players at Florida State, they had a lot of disgruntled players, and many of them have transferred out, many of the talented people. This also the first year that Mike Norvell's been able to have a spring practice and been able to work with his football players and get the team that he really wants. I still think they're at least a year away. Mackenzie Milton, I don't know if he can play or not, but boy, was he great at UCF. And the quarterback they had, Jackson Travis, is a very, very good runner. They say he's improved on his passing, but they don't have receivers. They don't have an offensive line. As you mentioned, their defense is in shambles. As a matter of fact, they have 5 transfers on defense this coming year. They have no pass rush along the line, 37-17, and I'm being kind to Florida State by giving them 17 points.